Live. Let's see what I should do. I should. No, it's fine. We're good. Yes. Move over. Shoot. I think this might be the easiest time of getting the paper laid down I ever had. Nice. Cool. Alright. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube tomorrow, as of right now, there's nobody in here, so I'm just talking to myself. So, and I'm painting Star-Lord today. Let's adjust where. There we go. I think that's. Yeah, if I'm holding it here, yeah, that's good. All right, cool. So we're going pretty much box art with him. I'm not doing anything super crazy. The only thing we're probably going to do differently is I am going to do his like metal mask first. So I'll probably use my metallics first on that, and then revisit them later. But yeah. And now I'm effectively blind because my glasses are off. So gotta have the sexy goggles. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'll start with his hair. That's probably the best bet. Yeah. So he's got like that dusty brown hair. I'll do golden brown. Let's do caramel brown and go to golden brown. This brush here is like my junkie brush. It's like definitely my big fat base coating brush when I'm just need to get some stuff done and just slap paint on. So. I should probably adjust where the model is, or the camera is, I should say. I'm holding this here, right? Yeah, try it a little better. Make sure I got all the bits of his hair, roughly. Still getting used to my setup, so probably will get better at some point, I promise. And probably this week I'll get rid of the little droid cam watermark thingy. Yeah, back to the breakup. And if you can hear, I'm playing the Guardian soundtrack in the background, but I'm having it very low so that I don't disrupt any entities that may be monitoring that stuff. Plus my 3D printer's running, so that kind of drowns it out too. Alright, so I remember correctly, behind the red eyes, I'm trying to remember, there's this one mask that has like copper, gold, and silver. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So let's do copper, because I love the way the Pro Acryl copper looks. So on the other positive note, I'm actually very close to finishing my built backlog for MCP, but I have a bunch of stuff that I have not built yet, which means I'm probably going to do like a build stream in a week or two. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see. Can you see how I'm trying to make it so it's not blurry? Here we go. Yeah, I'll go over the eyes again at some point with white. So I don't care that much about that. But I feel like you should have other copper accents on here. But I will probably do that after I do the steel color. Problem is, there we go. Couldn't get in there. Perfect. Okay. Steel. Where is it? Is it this guy? Yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, the steel color, the amp color. I love this one. This is like I used to use the silver for everything. Now I use amp for a lot of the stuff. But just remember, I have to get the Y splitter for my phone so that I can charge the camera while I'm using this. All right. What's going on here? Hold on. Be right back. Instead, we'll worry about that later. All right, where were we? Still trying to figure out. I think I actually need to use a different magnifier for the glasses because I have to hold them out a little further. I'm painting. So she may not be a bit. I'll check that out in a second. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me grab my higher magnifiers after I finish the mask and see if I can hold this further so it's still in view of the camera while I paint, because that's probably a good thing. Okay, let's see. He's over here. There we go. Let's see what size I have on here. These are 2.5. Oh, I have the other wrong ones. Somehow the camera avoided my whole body. That's awesome. So what do we got? That's 2.0. Back here. I don't know. So I only have one more level up. 3.5? Alright. Let's see. I feel like I'm about to see the future with these. Oh my. Oh no. That's not. That's worse. Good lord. That's absolutely worse. So let's see. Let's do this one. This is. What is this? 2.0. So these are less than the last one. Oh, that's actually much, much clearer. Dope. Yeah, because now I can keep it here and actually see what I'm doing. Beautiful. All right, so I did want to highlight some of the some bits of his mask with copper. So let's do. If you dare come off that piece. Let's see. And do we do the ear bit? His little earphone piece? Yeah, sure. Earmuffs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, we'll come around like that. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. And then while we are. Actually, I think I'm not going to do the eyes yet because I want to put a wash on the mask. But before we do that, we're going to do some of his other stuff. So, let us start with the shirt. I kind of like this gray blue or darker blue. No, what's this? It's a cool gray. Let's see. I mean, a lot of his straps cover stuff, but he also has this big jacket, so the t-shirt's not that big of a deal. Okay. And then I think for the pants, we're going to start with dark gray blue. He's wearing gloves, right? Yes, for sure. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Should probably shake my being away from the microphone. Didn't realize he wasn't on camera. My bad. Sorry, guys. What's happening? I think I want to do black here and brown boots. So I'm gonna do that. And I think I want to actually do the coat now. So for the coat, start with, let's see, do we want black red? Let's see. Black red. I think we start black red, then go up to burnt red. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start with this big fatty brush for the big parts of the coat. Yeah, that up there, I'll get the smaller brush. Let's make sure we have coverage of this. It's a cool color, actually. Gotta be careful with the handle because it keeps hitting the gun. Like I said, I'll get closer with the smaller brush when I get there. But I don't think I've actually played Guardians much because one of our local players, Art, is like our Guardians guy. So I kind of just stayed away from it. But I may just throw them on the table now that I have most of my Guardians painted well. I do need to repaint like what do I have to paint? Drax, Gamora, Nebula. Because I like the way my Ronin came out, so I'm not going to repaint him. Plus, he's not really. Oh, Angela's another one I have to repaint because my Angela does not look that good. But I don't think they're really played right now in Guardians anyway. Well, Angela is like a nice center safe grab, but and the printer just stopped. She needs some water, but I'll wait till I get the inside of this coat done. Then I'll get some water. Okay, I'm gonna get some water and then I'll finish the rest of the coat. This is my do everything brush. Actually, I think that's actually part of the coat. I think it's like a double, like almost like a double collared coat. So there we go. Oh, because I almost forgot this little bit here. I'm gonna do that for now. Excuse me. Also, Art's Guardians are painted in a very cool Portal Protocol scheme. I'll have to have him put a picture on our Discord so you guys can see it. Oops, got a little bit there that I didn't do. Okay, then we'll do this. Right, he has that there. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how he's actually on here. Or whatever I messed up anyway, so it's fine. Let's see. Oh wait, I missed the spot right there. Oops. Okay. What's my cat doing? Okay, so that's that. That starts the satchels and the boots and stuff. Let's see. Excuse me 1 second. Oh. Let's see what this is. Oh, let's see. Back to Star-Lord. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I think we'll do burnt umber and light umber, right? Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I like this green brown actually. If you don't, we should do. Oh no, because I was going to do the white after I did. It's actually almost the perfect red. I just got to do some highlights. What's up, Nasty? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, I'm only talking to myself in here. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. So you haven't missed much. What do you think so far, though? Looking good? Let's see. Thanks, man. Have you watched Marvel Zombies yet? I watched it today, and it was very, very good. I highly recommend, especially with the impending spooky Halloween season coming. Working on his satchels right now. Right, I'm still doing the base coats. It's probably all. I'm probably just gonna get the base coats done tonight, and probably do some more detailing off stream. But I did finish up Nova, and I knocked out Groot real quick. Probably the quickest I've ever done. Yeah, Marvel Zombies is only 4 episodes. It was supposed to be like a 2-hour animated movie, but apparently they couldn't make it a movie because of Spider-Man. They had to actually make it a show because Sony only licensed them Spider-Man for certain, I guess, only for movies. So if they did Marvel Zombies, it's something that they're not allowed to do. So they had to do it differently. Well, the base coat is just blocking in like the regular colors, and then you go back in and with like highlights or whatever. Like I'll probably go in with like a slightly lighter red to accentuate a bit of the jacket. I got to do all his like buckles on the bag. I'm just putting down the like basically just framing in what he's gonna be. Like I got the mask mostly done, but I got to do his eyes obviously. But and like I'm gonna make jeans, so I got to make these different. So I just put the dark blue down just so I have like a outline to go by. So let's see. I got that. That's gonna be gray. Let's see. Try and give him some fun stuff. Like I'm gonna have leather boots, but also I'm gonna have like the metallic plates. So I'll probably do those in like a copper. But I got the mask done first. This way, and before I put the wash on, I could just knock that out. So yeah, definitely check out Marvel Zombies when you get a chance. Super fun. Just don't get attached to anybody because there is a lot of blood, a lot of death, a lot of gore. It's an actual like zombie story. They did not pull back anything from it. It is straight up people are gonna die. Yeah, base coating is the easy part because I mean you can even be. I mean, especially if people are just starting out, like you can put a base coat down and you're like, my model's painted, it's on the table. Especially with like me when I got into this game, I didn't want to play anything that was unpainted, um, which is why I got my set for Christmas, and then I didn't wind up playing anything until like that March because I just didn't want to play anything that was unpainted. And this was my first game that I really painted anything for. I mean, other than like some really crappy D&D minis. Like I had a drunken monk named Keg Brewfist. He was super fun. All right, so we got that. You're a gray minis master. Hey, some people are. Some people just care about playing. Some people want to do the painting. Some people want to do a little of both. So I am one of those insane people that also enjoys painting terrain. So I'll probably do like a terrain painting stream at some point. But because I have some new stuff that I'm working on, namely a train track. Well, I had a board that had like it's the frontline map that has a train track running through the middle of it. But I used it as a warehouse board. But one of my Kickstarters was like a whole train set with like different stuff. And I have a dive bar that I printed. So I'm going to make like the seedy bar at the edge of town with like trains and like motorcycles and stuff like that. So that's my next project. But I don't have any more major tournaments for the rest of the year that I have to bring terrain to. So that's something I'm like, it's kind of on the back burner. That's my winter project. So when we have nice, not humid days, I'll go prime on my terrain that I plan on painting this winter. Can you hear the music, Nancy, or no? I am not going to Second Wind. Unfortunately, tickets sold out, and then I committed to a team tournament that same weekend. It's a actually I should probably plug that for Brian. Brian Watson's throwing it. It's a team sleepaway tournament where like all your meals are covered and 3-man tournament. You get to hang out. There's like campfires and stuff. Your lodging's covered. It's in Massachusetts in nature what is it? Nature's Classroom, I think is the name of the camp. So I am doing that. However, I am planning on coming to Squad Goals because I did not get to come to Squad Goals last year because my daughter got married that weekend and it was frowned upon for me to miss the wedding. So I will be going to Squad Goals next year, though. Ooh, a little bit of red there. I think I need to get right. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Are you going to Second Wind? Okay. That. All right. Need some dark gray, I think. Actually, what did I do with the cool gray? Oh, his shirt. So yeah, we need a darker gray. We'll do this guy. Slate gray from Pro Acryl. Well, everything I use is pretty much from Pro Acryl unless otherwise stated. Like, I have a very small selection of Citadel paints, and I have some Vallejo inks, but that's about it. I have like 4 Army Painter paints, just because I have their effects paints from the last Fanatics line. Not in the budget now. Yeah. These tournaments get expensive, man. Like, for reals. You should come to PAX. That is the weekend before Thanksgiving. And that is a good time because you're just paying for the PAX ticket. There's no extra charge for the MCP tournament. So you just come, play some games on Friday, probably 4 or 5 rounds, and then you have the rest of the weekend to go play demo board games and hang out and just generally be a great nerd all weekend. So I love PAX. It's one of my favorite conventions of the year. I mean, it's the least MCP focused of the year, from like a just in general standpoint, but it is one of my favorite conventions. Just because it's a good time. Okay. An online. I have not done an online 1-day tournament because usually, because my wife works all week and I work from home, so I try not to do like I don't want to be on the computer all day because I'm on the computer all week for work. So an online 1-day tournament, while good in theory for some people, not really conducive for me. I'll get a headache. Yeah, no, I haven't done that. I think I was gonna do one. I think Chewy was doing one like a couple years ago that I was gonna do, but it just conflicted with something else I had going on in real life, so I did not wind up doing it. So, did you see the trailer for the Wolverine PS5 game? That looks pretty cool. Very bloody, like way bloodier than I was expecting. So we got that. Got this. Oh, nice. Well, listen, if I have a free day, I will try to take part. If not, though, I will be there in spirit. I'd absolutely hop on and maybe commentate a game with you. I mean, yeah, I don't want to put gray there. Yeah. So I do want to put some gray there for the zipper. Listen, I will say if I do commentary, I'm very WWE focused, so it'll probably be more color commentary. Because while I love to play this game, and I know a lot about this game, I cannot do play-by-play. All right, so we got that, we got that. All right. Nice. I do have a tournament I'm going to this weekend, too. I'm actually going up to Connecticut for a tournament. Because Jin, who comes down to all of our local tournaments down in Jersey, he lives 3 hours away and he comes down to all of our tournaments. I'm going up to one of his up at the Battle Standard in Connecticut. So I figured he comes down, I could at least go up there once. Plus, my parents live a couple hours away from there. So I'll stop and see them, and then I'll go to my tournament, and I'll come back and be good. Yeah, Jin's a good dude. He's the nicest guy, but then you play MCP against him and he's mean. Although right now I have a winning record against Jin, so I played him Saturday at our tournament, and he moved ASM up, and Jean Grey walked up and said, "Oh, here, hold this size 4," and he didn't block anything. So I one rounded ASM, so that was fun. Yeah, Jean Grey is living in my Charles list right now. She's so good. She replaced Miss Jane Foster. All right. What am I gonna do? I feel like yes, I have had a lot of success with Jean Grey. She is very good. She's also especially good into webs because she can stop people from being pushed. And she generates 3 power a turn, so like her entire kit's online turn 1. She doesn't need any extra oomph, but like in Professor X, she's just never short of power. And Okoye is her best friend, especially with the fact that Okoye can't be displaced away from her other than a throw. Um, yeah, I've been finding a lot of success with Jean Grey. She's very, very good. She might be one of those like best kept secrets of Professor X kind of thing right now. All right, so let's do silver. There we go. And plus, it gives me my Jean Grey fix because I wanted to use Phoenix this summer, and I just have not used Phoenix because I'm too scared to put her on the table. Because I've seen people table themselves with her, and I don't know if that happens to me, I'll lose my damn mind. Yeah, she replaced Jane Foster because it's much easier to not have a 5 threat splash. And it also lets me. I also added Nightcrawler in because it lets me not have to use magic each time, even though I do love magic. Nightcrawler's actually been doing some crazy work for me lately. Like he one rounded Doctor Strange the other day with his Brimstone Blitz. It was glorious. Do a little silver on this here. Yeah, I don't know if you want tanky models of Phoenix or if you want models that are going to die. Like, there isn't really. Ooh, she might be good under Mephisto. That would be kind of interesting. That is something to experiment with another day. Because right now, that is not where I am living currently. I am living firmly with Professor X for now. I do want to try out the new webs though, because I played a couple games with them and they're all great. And it lets me play punchy webs, which is what I wanted to play since I got into this game. Because like the webs like to fight, at least in the comics. Yeah, 2099 is gonna be a problem. 2099 might actually, as much as I just said, hey, I don't like having a 5-threat splash. He seems like he'd be super good with Professor X. So that is something I definitely want to experiment with when he comes out. Okay. I don't know why I went silver with all those. But I could do his Oh wait, no, I don't want to do his buttons yet. No, what we do want to do is his guns. Let's take this guy. Bright neutral gray, perfect. Have you got many games in with the new webs yet, or no? Yep. Oh, She-Hulk, that's interesting. But yeah, she can give out slows too, so I guess, yeah, she'd probably be really good. Silk under ASM is ridiculous, and especially I like that you have Iceman in your list, because I also have Iceman on my list, because he also loves to give out the slows. So yeah, Silk under ASM is interesting as hell, because sometimes she ends with either just as much power as she started with, or like damn close. I just wish all these shipping delays would be over, because these guys should have been out a while ago. Them and the Defender's Box. Like, these guys are highly anticipated. Yep. I do Mass Menace and who's there? Oh hey, what's up, Ronald? Um I do Mass Menace and all webs up the same turn for maximum damage and power. Is it good? No, but I am swimming in power afterwards. Listen, man, I'm not trying to rush. I'm in like I'm not even in like the deep base or the highlighting stuff yet. I'm still just getting all the base coats on. I tend to paint a little slow. Look at this. There we go. All right. Rylan, did you watch Marvel Zombies yet? You should. It's good. Oh, you don't have Disney Plus right now? Listen, I'm sure it's going to be available on the open seas, as it were, at some point. So, Rylan, what did you think of WrestlePalooza? I only caught highlights because I did not do the VPN thing because I just couldn't figure it out. But the stuff I saw was okay. I did not watch the Cena stuff because I didn't need to watch Cena get squashed by Brock Lesnar. Mm. I mean, I did watch. I think the Stephanie Vaquer fucking what's her face Io Sky match was great. I thought that was fantastic. And I mean AJ CM Punk and all that. I mean it was good. I mean it was AJ's first match. I wasn't expecting anything stellar, but yeah, the Stephanie Vaquer Io match was great. Apparently, ESPN has been very harsh on their shows, though, in reviews. I don't know if they're having buyer's remorse. Okay. Ooh. Let me make this white, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing with it later. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I should hit the wash where I need the wash and then work on the jeans. So, where's my wash? Okay. Yeah, I did like how Stephanie was totally surprised she was getting in the Hall of Fame. I saw that clip. That was some terrible acting on her part. I should probably do his hair too, right? And then highlight it. Yeah. Now I'll go back to, I guess, the copper. I did not yet. Is that Jeff's game? I did not watch it yet. I watched the first two. Oh, you're commentating on it. Cool. I will probably be watching that during breakfast tomorrow. Oh, Colin versus Sweepy. Okay, I guess what is Jeff Round? Is that just the fourth one going up? Yeah, I gotta meet Sweepy too. I hope he's at squad goals. Or you all come out to Adepticon. Because Adepticon's a good time. As we talked about last stream. Yeah, Sweepy seems cool in my online interactions with him. And plus he gives Whalen shit, so like he can't be bad. Because sometimes there's no greater joy than giving Whalen some shit. Because we believe in tough love here at the Pork Roll Protocol. Trust me, I get my share of shit from them. Yes, giving people shit is a fine art. I believe that is the New Jersey slogan. No, I should have done wash on the ends of the boots. I'll do that once I'm done with the metals. Because some stuff it's just good to use wash on, and then you highlight. Like Star Lord has a lot of good spots to put wash. Plus the way I'm painting them with the metallics and stuff, it'll look cool. Star Lord, man. And I think the Pearl Copper is probably my favorite copper paint. Like it's my favorite metallic almost. Like it's just it looks so cool. I don't know if you can see well in the camera. It looks cool with the boots. I'll probably do a lot of his buttons and buckles with the copper as well because they'll stand up. Yeah, because I think on the box art he has like gold or yellow even, and one yellow sucks to paint, and I don't want to. And I want it to be a little shiny. He's gotta have some bling. He is what? He's a great thief. He is a plucky man. That is for sure. Thanks, man. That's just the regular red. I haven't even done anything on it yet. I'm probably gonna. I used the Pro Acryl Black Red, which is just a nice deep color, and I'll probably hit it with some burnt sienna to highlight a bit. Because I would like to put Guardians on the table at some point. Because as I was saying earlier when I was just talking to myself, one of our local players, Art, is very. He's played Guardians for like as long as I've known him, so I've never really messed with them. And I mean, I had my Guardians painted before, but I just did not like everything looked kind of terrible when I did it previously. So I'm in the process of repainting all of them. Okay. Should I give him a copper shoulder pad? Yeah. Kid said, I love this copper. Yes. I want to use Agent Venom in there. I want to use Nova just because I just finished him. He looks cool as hell. I know he's probably not what the Guardians need right now, but hopefully when Moondragon and whoever else they showed, I can't remember off the top of my head, when they are ready to go for Guardians, he'll probably fit in better with them. Warlock, that's the other one. Yeah, Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock. Hopefully he is powerful as hell because he is a super cosmic being, if I'm not mistaken. This little spot. I think I might have to fix myself with the coat just because I think I overextended the copper a little bit. Moondragon looks intimidating as hell to paint too, so I'm looking forward to that challenge. There's always got to be that one model that's intimidating. Like I remember Malekith was super intimidating for me to paint, and CGR was a little intimidating. I went in a wild direction with him. I gave him like blue flames and stuff. I gave him like a cherry red motorcycle, looks like a 50s hot rod. You know what? Hold on, I'll go grab him so I can show you. There he is. Yeah, I went in a super wild direction with CGR. I was just like, yeah, I'm having fun with this dude. Give him blue flames, cherry red motorcycle with like crazy highlights. Yeah, he was fun to do. Wait, he has one on the shelf. He goes down here. Thank you. I mean, he looked kind of cosmic-y and pulpy to me, so I wanted to do something kind of fun and different with him. All right, so we did that. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of painting his stuff over here. I have not put CGR on the table much though, because at the time he was super oppressive, and we had like an influx of new players, and I didn't want to like play that into them. And then he got nerfed, and then I just, like I said, I haven't really been playing Guardians at all, so I just have not had the opportunity to play him, and I don't really care about Black Order, so I didn't play them. So maybe I'll put him in my Guardians list if I screw around with Guardians. We'll see. Just to put him out there. He's a dope as hell model, so. I wish you could use Blood Red and Personal, though. He is Frank Castle. Yeah, some communities are like that. We try our best to not like play the super heavy shit into newer players. Like I always bring 2 lists with me every week, and I generally ask, I'm like, hey, do you want to play like my real list, or do you want to play something that's a little more like friendly? Most of the time, they want to play the real stuff though. And then they're like, oh yeah, I should have picked the list. Like, I gave you the choice, man. But no, we tried not to. Like honestly, that's how Jean Grey wound up in my list, because the tournament we had over the weekend, we decided we had like 5 or 6 new players coming. Yes, but we had 5 or 6 new players coming, and we're like, you know what? If you want to play your regular list, let's depower them a little. Take out some of the less like optimal characters and just like try some new stuff out. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll take out Mighty Thor and I'll throw in Jean Grey, because she's still 5 points and she can do some stuff. And then I fell in love with Jean Grey all over again, because my God, she absolutely surprised a lot of people. A lot of people are like, oh, what's she do? And then like, oh, that's what she do. Nobody expects the move, size 4 throw in your face, turn 1. Oh, that's pretty. Sad there. Yeah, setting expectations is very important, especially when playing into a new player. She is an Omega level mutant. You are correct. She used to be my anti-Malekith tech too. But just so I could move people to safety, but that didn't last too long. Alright, so I think I got all the copper bits on them. So let's start messing with the genes. So what we're going to do... Alright, so I'm going to take... Well, let me... so you can see what I'm doing. Let's move that back a little bit. So... take some of the dark gray blue that I used for the jeans. Take 2 drops of that. Ooh, that was more than 2 drops. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not exact science. Then we'll take some gray blue. And we'll put a drop of that in here once we get the dry paint out of the way. There we go. And then we will take the glaze and wash medium. To thin it out. Some people use water. I prefer the consistency that the glaze and wash medium does. So put like 1, 2, 3 drops. Then I take the super shitty brush I have, which I literally just for mixing. Okay. Just copper rack. Okay. And now start doing the thing here. Oh, I just realized I should have put the wash in the gray spots. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, but a nice thing with that I like to do with my Professor X list, especially if I'm using Rogue and Gene together, is you put Rogue on one flank and Gene on the other flank. So somebody's either getting a terrain thrown in the face, and then on the other side, somebody's getting mutant absorbed. It's a very if played correctly, it's a very effective method. All right, so yeah, now lighten that up a little bit more. Let's throw a little bit of the white blue. Let's see. Actually, no, we're going to go faded ultramarine first. Okay. Okay. Here's a little bit of a right here. I should get because that's a little. This is highlight. There we go. There we go. That's better. Ooh, this brush is really on his last legs. This is not the brush I should be like doing like glazing with or highlights like this, but amazingly, it's still doing its thing. How do those jeans look? Should I go one up lighter? Actually, don't think so. I think they're actually good right there. Maybe. You know what? I'll go one more. We'll go white blue. One drop. All kinds of dry paint flying off of here. One drop. Boop. Yeah, that's as light as I want to go. It's a little bit of blue white, or white blue, not blue white. Yep, perfect. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Check something real quick. Okay. So, yeah, let me hit the black wash on his little gray like pad thingies here. There we go. All right. I gotta do his little rocket boots. Rocket boots. Remember that card? You know what I needed? Should need to do his eyes a little bit because. Yeah, I'll do those red ones that dries. they can see me being all the way done and be like, damn it, I forgot to do his eyes. Okay. Oh, I have a hit blackwash on his boots too, because I said that before and I forgot to do it. Actually, I'll wait until I do the those little rocket boosters, because that's also going to get a blackwash. So let's get that steel. One drop. Woo. Yeah, I haven't done any of the buckles on the jacket yet because I have not done any highlights on the jacket yet. And it's stupid to do that before you do highlights. Yeah, sometimes. Well, it depends. Like, I'm not doing like the full highlights. Like, I'll do a layer of highlights and then I'll do like his buckles and stuff like that. And then if there's any extra highlights on top, I'll do those. Otherwise, I just call it there. Like with his jacket, I still want it to look kind of leathery, so I'm not going like super bright on it. So, I mean, I don't know if the way I paint is correct, to be honest. Everybody kind of has their own style. Like, I look at painters online and I'm like, wow, I'm not going to be that good. But then, like, people are like, oh, look at you, you're so great. And I'm like, well, thank you. But, like, I didn't think I did well on that model. Like, there was one model, what was it? I think it was one of my Black Panthers. Like, it was literally like the primer, and then I did a little bit of highlighting, and that was it. And somebody's like, wow, that's one of the best Black Panthers I've seen. I'm like, thanks, dude. I did, like, nothing on it, but I appreciate the, the kind words. Ooh, I almost just lost my brush. There it is. Yeah, like you see, like right here, like that buckle, I'll do after highlights because I'm probably gonna highlight that and this, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna try to do some highlights on the bag, so I'm not gonna worry about the buckles on that yet. Like I gotta cover or fix some of that there. So there's just a little bit of stuff, but like honestly, like I'm not going too hard on him, so I think he's almost done. Which so far I've been working what, like an hour. So yeah, I'll probably go like another. Actually, I got on at 9 o'clock. Probably go till like quarter after 11. So about another 35, 40 minutes. We'll see where we at. Like I do have to highlight his hair a little bit too. But what was I doing? Oh yeah, this stuff. His boots. And God in the rain. And yes, I am listening to the Guardian soundtrack because I'm corny like that. It is a great soundtrack. I have the first two on vinyl. I have not picked up the third one on vinyl. But right, I'm not using vinyl tonight. I'm just listening to Spotify. So Dope. Okay, so you know what? Let's do some highlighting on the hair. Should I do the jacket? You know, we'll do the jacket because I keep just looking at this jacket like I gotta do stuff. Let's get a little plastic dilly. Okay, so let's take black, red. Do 1, 2, and then a little bit. Then we'll do. Actually, just a subtle highlight. That's fine. I use burnt red a lot. I actually have to buy some more soon. 1. Then we're actually going to put a drop of the regular red as well. And then back to the glaze and wash medium. And back to Old Reliable. Okay. All right. So let's see. Red is one of the hardest colors to highlight. Because if you go too light, now you got pink. Sometimes it takes a lot of layers. You can even see on my thumb, like you can see through it. I might actually have to put a little more paint. I might use a little too much of the glaze and wash. I don't know, it's actually okay. I'll just take a couple layers. Yeah, I mixed black red, burnt red, and the bold pyro red together, and then put some of the glaze and wash medium in it to thin it down. But then if you look, I mean, you're not going to be able to see a ton of a difference. But you go with the edge, and you're hitting all the high parts, and you're just giving it a little bit of pop. Yeah, basically you're just building up tones. That's all you're doing. You're building up volumes. So you start with the darker color, and then this way you can go up. So it looks closer to you. Yeah. You could. I mean, it's a subtle difference right now, but yeah, there's definitely a difference in the colors. But like I said, with red, like the jeans, we were able to start dark, go light, and like it's more opaque. With the red, it's a little more translucent, so it's a little harder. So what I'm going to try to do is do half of the coat and then show you to see if like you can tell the difference on camera. You might not be able to because you want to leave the darker color in the recesses so that you have that variation, which sometimes is a little easier said than done. So let's see. I don't know if you can really tell, but this side is the side I'm doing with the highlights right now, and I haven't done this side. So it's kind of hard to tell on camera, I'm sure, because it's not like a huge difference, but it's just subtle enough when you're looking at it in person that you can say, oh yeah, like see that there's like some subtle highlights on like the peaks of the jacket and stuff. Actually, you might be able to tell. Actually, it looks pretty. You can tell. I mean, I could tell the difference, but again, like you might not be able to tell over the camera. It's not like an astronomical difference. But you're only getting to the spot where the lights would hit. It's like you don't necessarily have to get like under his sleeves. You're just doing the top parts. I completely forgot David Hasselhoff did the song on the soundtrack. Start over here. Wrong way. There we go. So now, so you got anything you're gonna be streaming anytime soon? Isaac Omar game tomorrow night. Nice. I will try to watch that. Cause I got nothing planned other than packing for the weekend. So, and I don't think my wife will be home tomorrow night. So I will watch it. What time is it starting? So Omar was just at the tournament on Saturday. So nice. Okay. See, like I kind of like how. I mean, again, I don't know if you're able to tell the difference, but I kind of like how the jacket's coming out. Oh, I still have to do the freaking highlight the bags a little bit. Yeah, I should probably put a wash on the bag and then highlight them. Yeah, I'll do that next. I'll have to put a wash on it too. I'm forgetting to do a lot of stuff. He has just a lot of little bits and bobs on them that you'll forget about, and then be like, "Damn it, I forgot that." Okay. So I really like how he's coming out. All right. So is this wash still? Yes, got some wash in there. Good. So all right. And let's hit this with this. Yeah, washes are like invaluable for like satchels and bags and stuff like that because they tend to have a lot of little folds in them. So yeah, like belt pouches, things like that. Exactly. Yeah, make them look worn. So this will bring out like the deep recesses of them, and then you just add in a lighter brown to bring it up, and add some little scratchy bits, which hopefully I'll get to tonight. I may not, but we'll see what happens. And his belt. What I gotta do his gloves too, so they match his boots and his belt. Cool. All right. Now we can go through and start messing with his belt buckles and stuff. Or jacket buckles, I should say. Like I said, I love this copper. So we're gonna give him a little like copper buckles on his jacket. Okay. Ooh, let me see the spot with the copper. Did anybody notice? No, I would know it's there. Fix that up. Ooh, we got another buckle on his back. I should probably hit the red there with that. And with some buckle over here. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. I'm probably gonna hop off soon too. I'm just finishing up these little buckles and stuff. I'll try to catch the stream tomorrow night, man. Later. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. For the bag, we're gonna do. Okay. I do want to see if I can kind of fix that. think I'm just going to do the lenses and I'll call him done. For now, I'll finish him up tomorrow. Okay. I think we're going to call it for tonight. So for everybody who hung around for 2 hours and watched me talk to myself and then talk to Nasty and Rob, I appreciate you and see you next time.